make some noise! I give you the new combined authority mayor for Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, Mr. Paul Bristow!
Oh my goodness, how can I follow that? That introduction, what can I say? What can I do? What I want to say is that I just want to, this is a time for thank yous. Time for thank yous for all of you and for everyone who helped me. But I want to start by just explaining why I'm in this position. So, as you all know, I was the MP for Peterborough for 4.5 years. And when I started that journey as the local Member of Parliament, there were many people who didn't know who Paul Bristow is, didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't know how I wanted to conduct myself as a Member of Parliament. And I remember my wife saying to me, Paul, you've got to make sure you get a new mobile phone, a new number, so you can do this as your job as a Member of Parliament. And she's still waiting. But the problem was, so many people knew my number already. And before I knew it, I was getting text messages, I was getting email messages, I was getting WhatsApps, I was getting instant messages for people who already had my number. And I thought to myself, well, this is how I need to conduct myself. This is how I should be a Member of Parliament, free to answer people's concerns at any time of any day. If they've got an issue with a passport issue, an immigration issue, a housing issue, a dropped curve, a situation involving, a domestic abuse issue, I tried to be there. Now look, I wasn't always successful in solving every single issue, but the thing is, I can. And so, when the Conservative Party lost, the worst general election we've ever had in our entire history, we lost by just 118 votes. It was very, very close. And I actually thought to myself, well, do you know something, is that your time in public office over? And one story that I'm not going to tell again because people have heard it so many times, but I met a group of young lads who didn't feel that they had a future, didn't feel that they were able to progress in life. And they all knew who I was, they all thought I was an excellent MP, but they weren't going to vote for me. And I thought to myself, I just can't walk away from this. And then I saw things like the development in the station quarter. Then I saw things like Westgate development, the university, the city centre regeneration, how the new NHS community diagnostic centre in Peterborough. How can I walk away from all this? And I had two choices. We could double down and we could make Cambridgeshire and Peterborough the best place in the country to live. We could make sure that we delivered on those projects, make sure they were pushed through, make sure we did other things in Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, make sure we make this and the people who live here healthier, wealthier and happier, or I could walk away. And do you know something? Paul Bristow doesn't walk away. The people in this garden here today celebrating me don't walk away. We doubled down, we knocked on doors, we campaigned and we showed that there was a better way. We showed that when we went out in Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, when we went to March, when we went to Wisbech, when we went to St Neots, we went to Cambridge, we went to St Ives, we went to Chatteris, we went to Soham, we went to Ely, we went to Manchester, we went to Huntingdon. These people here didn't even know that we had a mayor, didn't know who their mayor was, didn't realise that a mayor could deliver from them. If you went to Manchester, you went to Birmingham, you went to Tees Valley, you went to Liverpool, they would know they had a mayor. They knew what a mayor did, but here they didn't. And together, we're going to put that right. We're going to put that right. Because here in Peterborough, we're going to deliver free parking, we're going to build a community stadium, we're going to build light rail in Cambridge, we're going to connect our cities by faster trains, we're going to dual the A47, dual the A10, improve the A141. We're going to end the war on the motorists. We're going to open the Mill Road Bridge. We've got lots to do. But I know, with all your support, I can't do this alone. This is going to be very tough. This is going to be difficult. We've made lots of promises and my manifesto, which is written by Peter Graham, I'm not sure where he is over there, My manifesto is no longer a manifesto. My manifesto is a plan for delivery, and we mean it. And on day one, some of you will have seen, some may even be concerned. I know some of my partners for delivery on the board are concerned. But on day one, we issued a series of mayoral decision notices that we were going to scrap the target of a 15% reduction in people using cars by 2030. We're scrapping it because it won't work. And we're signalling we're ending the war on the motorists. We're rewriting the corporate strategy. We're making sure that we've got value for money. We've drawn a line in the sand. And with my partners on the board, Chris is here, I've just popped him over there. We've also got Anna Bailey, but we've also got colleagues from different parties. And I met with Dennis Jones, believe it or not, yesterday, and he has agreed to work with me. We're going to make Cambridgeshire and Peterborough matter. We're going to get Cambridgeshire and Peterborough moving. But I know that I couldn't have done any of this without you, my friends, my supporters, people who work so hard for me. But let's just end the speech on a couple of things. We've got a few thank yous to say. But before we do those thank yous, I just think we need to think that if we work together, if we fulfil those promises, if we come together as a party here in Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, and we come together with political leaders, we can genuinely make Cambridgeshire and Peterborough the best place in the country to live. We can make sure that Cambridge, and what's special about Cambridge, continues to be special. At the same time, we can level up, create that ripple effect so the opportunities of growth are shared. We can make sure that Peterborough and the Fens are levelled up, and we can make sure no longer do people will think that the mayor, that we don't have a mayor, and people don't realise what the mayor actually does. We can do this together. I need your support, and together we can do it. So come on, let's have a big cheer. We're going to make Cambridge. Now, a few thank yous. I want to start, those of you who are involved in Conservative politics, and I know many people aren't, there is this thing about CCHQ, this thing about central office. Are they really on our side? Do they really understand what happens here in the field? I just want to say that in Simon, who's popped over there, in Natasha, and in James, who I know is not here, I have the best possible team from CCHQ that I could possibly ever have. They worked so hard for me, genuinely worked so hard for me, and I can never thank them enough. Now here in Peterborough, I've got Wayne Fitzgerald, John Peach, I've got my old team, where's Callum, I've got John, or Peter, and I even popped Reese over there as well. Everyone in the Peterborough Conservatives from my own team, Chantel, everyone in Peterborough from my old team, Chantel, Reese, Sandy, Callum, you know their names, have worked so hard for me and stayed with me and worked on this campaign. But everyone in the Peterborough Conservatives have just been absolutely superb for me. I would not be stood here if it wasn't for their endeavour, their spirit, their backing, their support, their love. So thank you to the Peterborough Conservatives. Thank you so much. While the result in Peterborough was phenomenal, where we won every single ward, we wouldn't have got there if it wasn't for the support of the people in North East Cambs and Fenland. I've seen Chris, I've seen Steve, I've seen Sam. Tough night for some of those people, but look, we got the vote kept there, Reform didn't do what everyone suspected they would do and completely destroy them. They kept their votes and they did very, very well. In South Cambs, despite the fact that the result wasn't too phenomenal in South Cambs, Liberal Democrats only beat me about 2,000 votes. I think that was fantastic. I think that's phenomenal. In Huntingdon, we still won there. They were superb. In Ely and East Cambs, and in Cambridge and Delaware, look at him down there. We got votes in Cambridge that we would never have had. Oh, well, I don't know, I've not seen clock down mental, is he here? Oh, he just slipped out of it, doesn't he? There he is. But also, we got people who are supporting us in this campaign who had never been Conservatives, who've never voted Conservative. There's Dan Mental over there, I've seen a few Labour people over there, Shaz. So, we got supporters in this campaign from people who would never normally support the Conservatives. And look, for me, I just want to say the biggest thanks to the person who supported me through thick and thin. My rock, someone who had to look after my children, make sure the house is clean, let me go out and do something. It's my wife, Sarah. Come on, Sarah. Come on, Sarah. Isn't she beautiful? Look, let's move on, because look, this has been a fantastic party. Let's have some drinks, let's have some fun, let's have some food, let's have some celebrations, let's have some music. But this was a fantastic result. I'm so proud of the campaign team that I had, all my supporters who are here today. But this is no longer about me, it's no longer about the Conservatives, it's no longer about an individual. It's about what we can do together. It's about how we move on together and genuinely make Cambridgeshire and Peterborough the best place in the country to live. We connect our communities like we've never before. We show empathy, love and understanding. We understand that this place can be so much better than it was. We can make the mayor matter, we can make Cambridgeshire matter, we can make Peterborough matter. We can do this together. I need your support, so let's go out and do it. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.